Alright, here goes our second part here, and we put this in the center here and slowly crank it in. We're locked. A little coat of oil. Come back so that front leading area there is not up against the face. We just crank it in a little bit so we're kind of like catching the middle section there. Okay, we rock outward a little bit, come in, and kind of keep an eye on making sure that we're not touching the center down in there. Okay, come back, come in a little closer. We're starting to near the center here. You can start seeing that line up there getting real close to the center. Okay, when we come back, we kiss the side right there. We're choking that other surface in there as close as we can. And we're cranking it in straight until we start to see that cut start coming around the corner. We can rock it out a little bit. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, we're going to pump it out. We're going to turn it around. Flat, wide flat right there. Alright, turn it around. We're going to blend it. When you start working both sides there, you really get to see where the two cuts come together on the crown there. See, even though this is running out here, your part's staying pretty well true because of the way I semi-tension the quill and tighten it up at the same time. You work a little bit off the face, back to the center, and then you kind of roll out as you're going, just so you don't grab it all at once. If you grab it all at once, you stand a chance on stalling it out, digging in your bit, creating a funky surface to it. Sometimes it's not workable. And one more flip. You can see how much narrower that is right there than that side right there. Alright. I'm going to call that done. We've got two stainless steel lifesavers, so we can weld them to our hoop and pull on our knockers. Okay, off of this end here, we're going to need about 4 inches plus, somewhere around in there. Hear that tone change? That means you're getting pretty close. What I find is when you get close to cutting through all the way, go ahead and hang on to the part that you're cutting off. You can start to feel it drop a little bit. And stainless steel is always something that you can get just about there and then you can snap it off if you want. Basically your hacksaw and you're going to dress the ends anyway with the sander or whatever. Okay? And then you don't have any of these knuckle cutting crashes in there, which are, you know, anybody that's run a hacksaw has run into that problem. Alright, now we're gonna bring this on over here because we're gonna kind of plan out where the cross pin is gonna go. Let me see if this will, okay, it will slip in here, so I don't have to go dress these right now. But basically, we could put them, these are gonna be in line with this. Now the center line clearance, they give me 3 inches, and I'm gonna take it that that 3 inches is the clearance between there and the inside loop there. So this is 3/8 of an inch here, so basically we could have 2 5/8 will be straight across, and that's where we're going to cut it. So I'm going to take my straight edge or square, and by the way, I was able to put this in the vice jaw and just kind of a little pull on here, and we're within a 1/16 of an inch of 2.5 right here. Really came out nice. I like it. All right, so we're gonna create 2 5/8. It's not going to hurt to give it just a little smidgen more, and then sand that into position there. I'm going to find a Sharpie here. Okay, we're going to leave the line. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hacksaw these two here. I'm going to drop this in here like this. Flip it over, and we're going to have to mark on this other side here just so we keep that line square. Alright, now we have a D-ring. Here they are. Basically that's what we're looking for. Alright, we're going to go dress this up, kind of wire wheel, get rid of the heat marks on here, prep those ends, and we're going to go TIG weld these parts together, and then we'll be able to go ahead and machine or sand the ends here, drill 2 cotter pin holes, and our part is done. Alright, here's our welding vise, or the vise that we use in the welding area, and here's our ring here. We're going to set that up so that this is flat on the table here, and alright. Now we know that this has got to be centered here, and the width of the 1 1/8 inch, which would be 3 times, so we'll just take 3/8 here and put this flat right there and just push this up against there. Now that means that's center line. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave that right there. We're going to get our TIG torch all set up, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a light tack right there, and then we're going to 180 this, and then we'll tack this other one on this side right here. Alright, and then we're going to do a weld around there, and then after we do the weld, then we're going to add material so that it looks like it's forged, and then we'll just take and massage it with a Scotch-Brite 2-inch pneumatic tool disc, and shape that on out, and then we'll go ahead and take care of our cross pin. using, I think 3/32 tungsten here, straight argon. I got about 125 amps on it, and I'm using the foot pedal, so, and the gas might be a little bit high. Might be something a little screwy with my settings there, but I'm not going to sweat it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and 180 that. It looks pretty square. I do see that both of these have pulled in since they cooled down. Both of these have pulled in. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my vise sideways, and I'm going to grab them this way here, and I'm going to put a tack and a tack so that we can pull them back towards being center and add more material, creating the weld of penetration around on these. Then we'll go ahead and we'll add in a little bit so that we can cosmetically make it look like it's curving around the pin that was bent and shaped like that. Okay, as soon as I tighten this in, I can see that straighten out. Let's just flip. You can flip this one over. Now you can see how that one is got a bend in it. All right, and then see how that folds over. All right. We're going to go ahead. Okay, now I put it up on a side so that I can get inside down here and outside here. on the outside of each one of these. Same thing on this side. Okay, I'm going to let those cool down a little bit because I need to roll it around just to make sure I don't have any high sides or, undercuts. Actually, you know, you can also melt in or flow in a high side on the stainless steel if you put it in the right position. Stainless flows very easy, in fact sometimes too easy. Alright, I touched up a little bit on the sides there, but not a whole bunch. Everything else I think can be sanded and blended in. I got a 930 or 9/64 drill bit in here, clearance for a 1/8 cotter pin, and we're already zeroed in on the vise and the whole bit, and I kind of marked where the center line is going to be. You see how that drill bit wants to like walk off and everything else? It's not a very good tip on there, but I'm going to go ahead and take, and not that I'm going to actually put a center drill in there, but I am going to go ahead and take a center drill and create a small starting dimple so that the drill doesn't jump around. Now I can put the same drill bit that's probably not ground equal on the tip. It's probably also a little dull. I'm on the verge of going a little fast for stainless steel here anyway. Not giving me a colored chip, and I'm not putting any oil on it. I'm going to countersink the hole slightly on each side there. Alright, now we're going to leave it right where it's at. Meaning the part, we're going to leave it right in the vise. And we're going to come over and we're going to do the other hole before we move this at all. Okay. That was pretty good. Alright, we're just putting a spot for the drill to start. Okay, we're gonna grab, I grabbed two of those drills. This is not the same drill bit that we just used. This is another one. I don't know what the condition is. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to put my little tiny countersink in here. If I can find it. Yep, I found one. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and slow this down because I'm not fancied on burning up countersinks there. And alright, I kind of like that. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these chips. We're going to eventually have to clean off this vise and table and everything because we've got other things coming in here. Alright, I'm just putting this underneath here so I can grab it. Wasn't able to do that anyway. Alright. Laying in a couple parallels here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, and we don't really have to tighten it all the way up. We can just back it off slightly. We're supported underneath, so we can go ahead, do a nice little countersink there so that the holes aren't so sharp. Alright, I like that. Alright, I brought the pin in here, and you can see the cotter pin hole there. I brought in the radius tool that we cut the radius, and I want to ball the end of these, the cross pin on the outside. I believe it should be a full 3/8 radius. And I'm almost thinking that this is going to be too fast, but I'm gonna try it just so we can find out. And I'm just walking this slowly so that I'm not taking any amount in one place or another. Alright, it's not 100% balled in mill, but it's pretty good round surface. I kind of like that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it around. This just kind of, it really does kind of dress it off, and also too, your knockers aren't going to snag anything. Whew, a little warm, huh? Oh, that was some of my finger. Actually, it was just the oils off my finger. Alright, now let's just go ahead and we're going to stick this out a little bit. And look at that. I even got a piece of emery sitting here on the lathe. Alright. And we'll go ahead and turn this around. Alright, and the cross pin is done. Alright, I'm getting ready. I'm going to go ahead and massage these welds so that the radius will blend from the ring to the eyes. Well, we're all complete, and this kind of gives you an idea how I take something that might look like it's forged or cast and create something that pretty well, from however high this bell is, it's going to look like the real deal. And it's also stainless steel. I don't know how much stainless steel they had back in the day, but you know, this one here is going to last for quite a while. And that was a fun little project, and I just want to kind of take you guys on with a few things that how I go about creating shapes and playing with a couple different things there. So until next time, get her done.